There's a lot of dangerous ingredients that contain in cigarettes, and different type of cigarette have different types of ingredients. These are the ingredients that contains in cigarettes: methanic gas, arsenic, acetonic, carbon monoxide, arsenic acid, butane, cadmium, hexamine, stearic acid, toluene, nicotine, ammonia, pin, methanol, and fluid.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Danisyah from the IA1C. So I would like to explain about ingredients of vape or e-cigarette. E-cigarette don't contain actual tobacco or other harmful ingredients, and basically e-cigarettes use a liquid solution known as e-liquid, and e-liquid made up from 4 basic ingredients, which is water, flavoring, nicotine, and propylene glycol. For the first one is nicotine. Nicotine is one of addictive ingredients that you can find in e-cigarettes and traditional cigarettes. Nicotine can stimulate your central nervous system and also can raise your blood pressure, respiration, and heart rate. Second one is flavoring. It would be impossible for me to list all the chemicals that create flavor, but the most one that stand out is diacetyl, and diacetyl basically used for a buttery flavor for popcorn. Flavoring believed to be perfectly safe to ingest, but there is a mountain of evidence that inhaling diacetyl can trigger an incurable disease. Is propylene glycol. Propylene glycol is a lab-made liquid and also used to make smoke or fog for performance. It also can irritate your lungs and eyes and maybe be harmful for people who have chronic lung disease. That's all from me today about ingredients of vape. Thank you.
Smoking leads to disease and disability of every organ in human's body. It will lead to have a premature baby. It may causes you to a chronic disease such as mouth cancer, lung cancer, heart cancer, stomach cancer, and even if pregnant women smoking. As for vaping, it will rise up your blood pressure and increase your heart rate, which can causes you to have a heart attack.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Auni Farzana binti Muhammad Muzammir from the IA1C, and I will be explaining about the efforts that we should take to stop people from smoking and also vaping. So the first one is parents should be aware of their children's behavior. Secondly, we must enforce the law. Thirdly, schools should do campaigns to stop kids and educate children from start about the disadvantages of smoking and vaping. And lastly is parents should make sure that their children choose the right friends.
For the first point is parents should be aware of their children's behavior. This means that every parent must take care and keep an eye of their children. If your children seems upset or stressed, make sure to always ask them so they will not feel burdened. Other than that, make sure that your children always stay at home, and if you always see your children going out at night and hanging out with their friends, make sure to tell them to choose the right friend and to not choose the that bring them negative influence. For the second point, which is enforcing the law, this means that the government must enforce the law and make sure that the police do their job, such as always do a patrol around storing areas and make sure stores do not sell smokes or vape to the public. This is to decrease the amount of smokers and also vapers. Other than that, they should also sue the stores that sell smoke and vapes to public or children that are underage. It's moral education at school. This means that the school should do a campaign to stop kids or tell the kids about the disadvantages or the bad effects that will happen to their life if they smoke or vaping. By this, the kids' knowledge about smoking and vaping will increase, and they will know that it is not good for their life to smoke and vape. For the last point, which is parents must make sure their children to choose the right friends. This means that every children must have friends, but they must choose their friends wisely. So parents should always keep an eye and see whether their children's friends bring a good or a positive, bring a negative or a positive value in them. Because friends have played an important role in someone's life, as they can influence you to do bad or good things. That's all from me about the efforts that we should take to stop people from smoking.